Tonight, imagine waking beside a silent river. Your throat burns before sunrise. The water looks clear. It smells cold and clean. But one invisible mouthful could kill you. No filters, no chlorine, no germ theory. So how did ancient humans survive? The honest answer is uncomfortable. Many of them did not. Clean-looking water was never guaranteed safe. Parasites hid inside sparkling streams. Animal waste washed downhill after rain. Dead creatures poisoned quiet pools. Human camps contaminated their own drinking places. Yet our ancestors were not helpless. They learned landscapes before they understood microbes. Water knowledge became survival knowledge. Families remembered which springs stayed sweet. Hunters followed rivers during dry seasons. Gatherers noticed where green plants clustered. Birds revealed hidden pools from above. Animal tracks often converged near water, but animals could also contaminate it. Every clue carried both promise and danger. Moving water usually looked safer than stagnant water. Clear springs tasted better than muddy ponds. Cold groundwater often avoided surface contamination. Rainwater arrived without touching crowded soil. These rules were imperfect. But imperfect rules can still save lives. Would you trust water because deer drank there? Ancient humans constantly made decisions like that. They watched color, smell, movement, and taste. Bad odors warned of rot. Algae warned of stillness. Cloudiness warned of disturbed sediment. Dead fish warned everyone to leave. Nothing revealed bacteria. Experience revealed patterns instead. A camp drinking upstream suffered less contamination. Waste placed downhill reduced immediate danger. Short visits prevented camps becoming permanent cesspools. Mobility was an early sanitation system. People could abandon a fouled water source. Settled villages lost that escape. Farming created crowded communities. Livestock lived beside human families. Manure entered wells and streams. Waterborne disease gained perfect conditions. The invention of settlement created a new enemy. People answered with storage, separation, and engineering. Rain could be caught in skins. Hollow gourds carried small amounts. Wooden vessels held water temporarily. Later, pottery changed everything. Clay jars stored water for days. Heavy particles slowly sank. Clearer water could be poured from above. This process is called sedimentation. It removes dirt, not every pathogen. Still, fewer particles can mean fewer passengers. Cloth could strain insects and debris. Sand could trap larger material. Charcoal could reduce some tastes and smells. These methods improved water without making it sterile. Sterile water was not the goal. Surviving the next day was. Fire offered another powerful defense. Boiling can kill many disease-causing organisms, but early containers could not always touch flames. Before pottery, people heated stones in fires. They dropped those stones into water-filled containers. Archaeologists call this stone boiling. It heated water without burning animal skins. Was every prehistoric drink boiled? Almost certainly not. Fuel was precious. Boiling took time. Carrying hot water was difficult. People probably heated water for specific tasks. Cooking accidentally made some water safer. Soups, stews, and broths received prolonged heat. Warm drinks also reduced microbial danger. By around 400 BCE, Hippocrates discussed water quality. He recommended boiling and straining rainwater. His cloth filter became called Hippocrates' sleeve. It removed visible material after heating. Ancient people understood results before causes. They saw sickness follow certain sources. They saw heating sometimes prevent it. Knowledge survived through habits, warnings, and taboo. Some waters became sacred. Others became forbidden. Religion sometimes preserved practical environmental memory. Fermentation offered another partial shield. Beer and wine required processed ingredients. Brewing often involved heating water. Acidity and alcohol discouraged some microbes. But ancient beer was not magical disinfectant. Contaminated brewing water could still spread disease. Alcohol also caused dehydration when heavily consumed. The safer effect came from the whole process. Heating, fermentation, storage, and rapid consumption mattered. Food also supplied hidden water. Fruits carried moisture. Roots stored water underground. Blood and cooked meat contributed smaller amounts. Broths stretched limited supplies. Humans rarely survived by drinking one source alone. They built a portfolio of water. Then, cities made water management monumental. Indus cities constructed wells and covered drains. Romans moved spring water through long aqueducts. Reservoirs allowed particles to settle. Public fountains distributed flowing water. These systems improved access. They did not guarantee purity. Lead pipes created different risks. Broken sewers contaminated nearby supplies. Cities amplified every engineering mistake. Ancient Maya engineers faced seasonal drought. At Tikal, reservoirs stored precious rainwater. In 2020, Kenneth Tankersley led a remarkable study. His team found zeolite inside Corriental Reservoir. Zeolite can capture microbes and harmful compounds. The material came from sources miles away. Someone recognized that this strange rock improved water. They transported it deliberately. That filter operated roughly 2,000 years ago. Knowledge can exist without knowing chemistry. Yet we should not romanticize ancient resilience. Repeated exposure did not make humans invincible. Some immunity developed against familiar organisms. Children remained especially vulnerable. Diarrhea killed through rapid dehydration. Entire communities could collapse after contamination. Survivors passed down genes and practices. The dead left fewer stories. This creates a brutal illusion. We see the people who endured. We rarely count everyone water erased. In 1854, John Snow mapped cholera deaths. They clustered around London's Broad Street pump. Removing the pump handle became a public health symbol. Snow proved what ancient habits only suspected. Clear water can carry invisible killers. Modern treatment finally attacked those killers directly. Filtration removes particles. Disinfection targets organisms. Protected pipes prevent contamination returning. Clean water changed childhood survival worldwide. But the ancient strategy still surrounds us. Choose the source. Protect it from waste. Store it carefully. Heat or filter when possible. Watch what happens afterward. Our ancestors survived through observation, movement, and memory. Not because ancient water was cleaner, not because their bodies were stronger. They survived because knowledge accumulated faster than disaster, and because countless others paid for that knowledge. Every glass from your tap contains their lesson. Clean water is not a modern convenience. It is humanity's oldest unfinished victory.